You got a rust hole like this, but you don't got a welder? Yo, let me show you how to fix this with some simple, easy tools. Let's get it. All right, we outside today. We're going to give you the perfect situation that you might be into. Now, this is my 1994 OBS Suburban. As you can see, there you go. That's a little bit better. But today, this is what we're going to fix. Now, I'm not doing this on a customer car. I'm doing this on my own personal vehicle, just like you might be doing. And you don't have a welder. So since you don't have a welder, you're looking for a quick fix. So I'm going to give you a quick fix. And this is going to help you out. It's going to get you done real quick and have you back on the road. Let's show you what you need. A couple things that you're going to need to knock this job out. Now, first thing, you're going to want to clean that rust up, sand it, get you down to some bare metal, some clean metal. Today I'm going to be using my Bauer angle grinder. You could use, a sanding block, some sandpaper. Maybe you got a palm sander, DA, whatever you want to use. Possibly a sandblaster that would help out, for some of them pits and stuff that you can't get to. And that's going to help you to clean up all that rust, get it all cleaned up so you can apply, which is the next thing, some fiberglass. Now, this is Duraglass by USC 24030. We got some hardener here, and this is short strand fiberglass filler, not resin, filler. You will also need, a spreader as well as some type of mixing board. If you don't like the cardboard, you can go with a metal mixing board. So if you want to go with cardboard, by all means use some cardboard and that infamous wax paper. Get you some wax paper from an inexpensive, convenience store. Don't spend a lot of money on it. You see, I got 50 square feet of this stuff, and I'm gonna use it, and you will too. And you're gonna have some fun using it too, because it's gonna make life a whole lot easier. So now that you see everything that we're gonna use, all in all, this is pretty much what you're gonna need to do this job. Now let's get back outside and let's get going. All right, so I'm out here on the 94. Got my angle grinder. Gonna clean this up as much as I can and just go from there. So I don't know what happened to my mic. It stopped working at this clip. So I'm gonna have to do a voiceover and explain what's going on. After using my angle grinder, you can see that there was a lot of pits, a lot of holes that we had to clean up and get ready for the fiberglass filler. And one of the things that people were saying was to use tape or something on the backside, which that works. But a lot of the times, especially in this case, patching up the bottom of a quarter, you don't have access to the backside. So if you don't have access to the backside, this is where the wax paper comes in clutch, because it's going to hold that filler in place. Now, some of these spots, you can take that hammer and you can knock them in and kind of make like an indent. That way it lowers the area so you can fill it in and then still be able to block everything out, and shape the body up to the rest of the body so it looks like a perfect repair and it doesn't stick out. That's what you don't want. You don't want it to stick out. You want it to look as if nothing ever happened. And I'm going to show that here, if you watch to the end, what it's going to look like after doing so. So now, just taking some 80 grit on a palm sander, and I'm going to feather edge all my edges. I'm going to go around the whole thing and get everything ready for that fiberglass. Next comes the wax paper with the filler. I'm tearing my pieces, as you can see, and I'm going to put some of the filler onto the wax paper and then put it on the panel over the holes. That way I can spread it out the way that I want to and press it in, and the wax paper will hold it in place. So you got a little working time, as you can see here, and I'm just trying to work it into the hole and move it around with my hand. That way it'll fill in those holes like I want. Getting a little bit more mixed up, but it's starting to dry on me, so I'm going to try to fill up the other holes as best as I can. All right, so now it's time to remove our wax paper and see what we got. Now, some of the sections I didn't get completely. You can see there I missed a spot there. That's hanging, so I didn't get all that in there. But again, we can go over it. Let's see there. Got a small little spot there. We can go over it after knocking it down and fill it again. This is not a big issue. So let me grab my DA. Gonna knock this down and move on to the next step. All right, so I want to knock this down quick and fast. And I got my DA with some 36 on it, so I'm gonna knock this down real fast. I'm gonna have my mask on, so I'm probably not gonna say too much during this process because I'll have my mask on. All right, so we got it pretty much filled in. Still got that spot right there. Need to finish up, as well as that spot. A couple other spots, some small little holes. But again, this can be done with fiberglass filler and regular body filler. So just so I'm not holding you too long, I'm going to finish this up with some body filler. I got the foundation that I need. So now I'm just going to apply my body filler. Now you're going to do this the way that you want to, but you already can see we filled that hole. If I put some more fiberglass in these couple little sections, them holes are going to be filled. Then I'm just going to do my body filler on top of it and block everything out to make it look like a perfect patch or a perfect panel that you wouldn't even be able to tell any damage was done to it. All right, so I applied my first coat of regular body filler on top of the fiberglass filler just to get some of them other spots in that I missed. So I'm gonna let that finish drying up, and then I'm gonna sand that down and come back with a true top coat of body filler. So once I get to that point, I'll cut you back on. So got everything filled like I want. Again, I do have some surface rust. A sandblaster would have got that. At some point in time, I'm probably going to cut this panel out and put some fresh metal in, patch panel. But I know this video is going to help somebody out, so that's why I'm making this video on my own personal vehicle. So that surface rust is not, bothering me at all. But you definitely want to get that out of there. That way it does not just rust the panel back out and you right back at square one. So now I'm going to apply some body filler and see if I can't get this thing pretty straight. All right, so I got a good coat of body filler on the panel, and I'm going to do some blocking now. So, all right, so I just got a block with some 80 grit on it. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully the train in the background isn't too loud, but I'm just going to block this out. I blocked that out with nothing but 80 grit. And if I can get you in a little bit closer, see if I can adjust this. But you can see everything is filled in. Got some pinholes, but if this was a serious repair, I use some glaze and fill in some of them pinholes and really try to get it straightened out. But let's take this a step further, and I'm going to throw some primer on this. So give me a second and I'll be right back. All right, so spraying at about 20 psi. Got the Old Faithful spread, the original big dog, not some of that other stuff y'all like to mess with. But I'm just gonna spray some primer on here, get this thing covered. This was just a demonstration to show you what you can do using wax paper if you don't have a welder. It is possible, you can do it, and I just showed you on my own personal vehicle. Now, not too long ago, we had rust holes there. Now we're all the way at the primer, and it looks good. Let me step back a little bit. It looks like nothing wrong with this quarter. If I didn't show you what was wrong, you wouldn't know anything was wrong. Quick, simple, and easy. Anybody can do this. And I know this is going to help a lot of you DIY people that isn't trying to spend a whole lot of money, not trying to buy a whole lot of equipment, and just want to fix up your daily driver, or if you got, a project that you're working on. Whatever you want to apply this technique to, go ahead and apply it. Don't worry about